What is going on, guys? Dr. D here. This is my first video that I'm doing for Knights Templar. Many of you will recognize me from OneHive 2.0. I actually took a break and have not done any videos for over a year, so this is going to be a new experience for me. I'm hoping to do some recaps and some strategy videos for KT, hopefully at least weekly. Go ahead and if you like what you see here, or if you want to hear some more of these videos, hit the subscribe button down below. It helps us out. Also, if you want to get notifications as soon as a new video posts, go ahead and hit the little bell button. The first video, perhaps appropriately, is a recap video from CWL, which was Knights Templar going up against my old clan, OneHive 2.0. So without any further ado, let's get into the recap. So here we have the basic war statistics. You can see the 3-star rate was the same, 22, 22. 2-star rate was the same, 3 and 3. And they edged us out on percent, 97.12% to 97.28%. So let's go ahead and have a look at the bases here. You can see 2 stars on both of our 12s, and then left and open 11 there. Similarly, 2 stars on both of their 12s and left and open 11. I'm going to show a number of different attacks today. Mostly it's going to be, actually exclusively, it's going to be Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 10. There were some Town Hall 11 triples that were dips, so 12s dipped on 11s, and then there were some 11s that dipped on 10s. I'm not going to show dips because obviously those are solid bases and I don't want to expose those bases for those guys or burn their bases. But I will show some of the solid triples that we had straight across. So let's start with this one. We're going to start low. And I know that Town Hall 9 is kind of going the way of the dinosaur here, but we're going to have a look at some Town Hall 9 attacks anyway. We're going to start with this one. So this is a stoned witch slap. I mean, people have different names for these things. The traditional witch slap used to have 4 healers usually. This is going without healers. Obviously a fresh hit. You can see right there was a witch that got eaten up by a Tesla right off the bat. The goal here is to kind of get a golem to walk down one side here, to walk down another side up here, and have it just followed by witches, and then get one golem to jump in. You'll notice Melons here had 3 jumps, only 1 rage, and then a couple of poisons. The idea is just to slowly work your way through this base. It's a lot like the old 5 golem attack that we used to see, except that it of course includes a bunch of witches and a handful of bowlers. You can't take a ton of bowlers. You're really hoping to not hit spring traps with your bowlers in an attack like this. But you see that Melons is kind of working her way through here. I'm pretty sure that Cosmic Melons is Krista. I'm you know, still a little bit new over here in Knights Templar, but working this out, knocking out these last few defenses, and then it's just cleanup, and that is it. Nice triple. Let's move on. We're going to look at number 23. This is a quad Lalo by Chuck Norris. I thought this was pretty cool. There is a max hound in the CC. You can see starting up here with the king and the queen. And actually, Chuck Norris here, assuming that this is a guy, I don't know, to be honest, is going to bring a Lalo really quickly. Here comes a hound already. The goal is really to try and knock out some of these, at least this one, but does not get there before he starts his Lalo. It's fine though. Queen is still up here. You can see a couple of Skelly spells to take that out. King is now in. Now you'll see down here, this is going to start eating up these loons quite a bit. Gets his CC hound coming in here. This is interesting because this is one of the few times that we see an attack that doesn't utilize the war wagon or whatever the heck that thing is called, the dump truck. Queen finally goes down, but this one lava hound is going to pop. There it is. A black balloon comes up. It's going to pop that hound. Max lava hound stays up the whole way through here. Just a kind of a swag of a spell over here. Swag of a poison that doesn't get used. Throws a rage spell on skellies that are just taking out the town hall over here. But really just a really OP attack here. We'll speed it up. It's just clean up at this point. But a bunch of swag spells. Swag skelly spell. Swag poison spell. Swag rage spell. Pretty crazy. Alright. Moving along. Number 20. I thought this was a really cool attack. So this is Bintang, and he's doing a mass minor attack. These mass minor attacks are nice attacks when you can cordon off kind of the edges here, and when you can, or when the CC includes a hound and a loon, and that's becoming increasingly more common. But anyway, you can see if you can work this all the way through, it's just heals right down the center. Don't have to worry about the queen. The queen will get taken out by the miners. The goal is to get that CC poisoned so that the loon will eventually go down from poison and that the hound never pops. And then you're just healing through these giant bombs, healing through the Inferno Towers, and I'll be honest, like, I'm not a huge fan of these mass minor attacks, but it's only because of my own hesitancy. I feel like I can't see where my troops are, and it's hard for me to follow what's going on. Last heal comes down here. You can see there's some miners up here that are taking out these last few defenses. King is still up. Hasn't popped the ability on the king yet. Has a random hog in there. I think that hog might have been in the I don't know. Yeah, the hog was in that war wagon with some of the other troops. But anyway, wrapping it up, and that is it. Very nice job. Nice hit, Bintang. Next, number 19. Number 19 was interesting. This is D2. And D2 is doing another quad Lalo. Oh wait, this is a Drago Lalo. So it's not a quad Lalo. You're going to see up here, it's going to start by just dropping a few loons to tank for the blimp that's coming in. Notice that he's got a rage and 2 clone spells, and he's going to drop both clone spells and that rage right off the bat. Gets pretty good value. I was a little bit worried about this over here, that air defense, but he wind up getting that air defense. Does not get the queen, unfortunately. That's maybe the biggest issue. Does wind up getting the air defense with the E-drag. So he's down to 1 air defense, 3 hounds. Things are looking pretty good. Gonna come in here, just start doing some work down here with the queen and the BK, knocking out some of these point defenses. I think the goal here was actually to try and get these 3, if not these 4 defenses, because those are the types of things that can really kind of ruin a Lalo attack. He is going to wind up getting this Archer Tower, I believe this Wizard Tower, and I'm pretty sure he gets, locks on there. Ooh, doesn't actually get him, my bad. Starts the Lalo up top. Notice it's a lot of loons. He's dropping 6 loons at once in most cases. The Archer Queen is still alive, but she's going to get taken out here. Tons and tons of loons, yet he's still got a hound tanking for him. Queen gets taken out right there. Just she was standing too close to those splash defenses, and that is about it. We will fast forward here, and that is a triple. That hound never does pop, just tanks. That is it. All right, what do we have next? Oh, this was interesting. This is a pretty cool attack. This is Grim Duck hitting number 16 here with what reminds me of the old Town Hall 9 attack, Blue Velar. You'll see he's got 12 Valks in there, a handful of Hogs. He's got Hogs in the War Wagon as well. They come in kind of on the back end here. Starts with the Queen Walk, speed it up just a little bit, puts a Wizard down up there to take out that CC. The Queen, I think he probably wanted his Queen to come up this way. I don't know, maybe not. But she does wind up coming this way. And maybe this was what was planned. Anyway, she is going to continue walking down this way. He's going to throw some Valks here in just a second. There comes the Valks. And the idea is just to rip right through here. So Valks come in. War Wagon is going to come up in this area. There it is. And Queen comes in. Rage underneath there on those Valks and on those bowlers. And now we get this nice rage of the healers as well, which is great. Keeps everything in the middle up there, despite the fact that they're taking like heavy damage from point defenses. Valks have kind of spilled out over here. He's got Hogs that are hopping around, taking out some of these defenses. Get a freeze down here, and this War Wagon's going to pop, and those Hogs are going to come right out. Going to heal those Hogs immediately as they come out. Max Hogs are going to wreck this stuff. Queen is still up. A bunch of bowlers still up. Really, you know, just 3 kind of point defenses. These splash defenses are not going to do a whole lot. And that is basically it. Going to lose some Hogs to Springs here. I mean, it's OneHive. They obviously are great with spring placement, and bam, Hogs are gone. Oh, he's still got 1 left, but doesn't matter. It is down to cleanup. That is GG. Nice job, Grim Duck. And what do we have next? So this is, we're going to look at number 14 here. This is Mankind. And he's doing a what used to be called, and I'm not sure if they call this anymore, used to be called a bitch attack, right? So you can see he's got a bunch of giants, 9 witches, 12 bowlers, the War Wagon, and he's just going to start throwing some giants on the sides, start with some witches with those giants, and the giants are tanking, and then a whole load of giants up top, followed by a War Wagon and more witches. The idea here, I'm going to speed it up just a little bit, is just to push straight through with as many troops as possible, and then get some tanking on either side. Now, he doesn't get any tanking on this outer side over here, but it doesn't matter. He's able to push straight through. Jump is down to get that last, the last Inferno Tower there. Queen takes it out, and now it is basically just clean up. You know, you've got 3 point defenses here that aren't going to do a whole lot. The splash actually are the things that you start worrying about with witches, and so witches are taking some damage from these wizard towers, but it doesn't matter. They're in there. There's just 2 defenses left, and that is it. It is 3 stars. Nice job, Mankind. Moving right along, and look at number 10. This is Mini Batman, and he's doing a kind of a Queen Walk Lalo here. Notice oftentimes when we see the Lalo, we've got some sort of a blimp with it, but not today. The War Wagon actually has ground troops in it. I'm pretty sure it has ground troops in it. We'll see here in a second. Idea being, take out these 2 air defenses, and then you've just got 2 air defenses up here to knock out. Has a freeze. Queen is starting to walk. Oh, that's right. He's going to actually bring that war wagon right up here towards this Inferno Tower, set this edge, and push everything right up in there. Very nice job throwing down a loon to pull out that black bomb so it doesn't take out his healers. There, the edge is getting set by this wizard. We got an Expo that locks on to the healers there. It's not an ideal situation. He's got bowlers in this war wagon. War wagon is going to get right into this center. He freezes. It's going to rage this war wagon. It's going to knock out this air defense. It's also going to get they're going to get the queen here. They're going to get this. There it is. There's the rage. Inferno Tower is gone. So now there's one Inferno Tower left, one air defense left, and that is it. Healers are working their way up here with the queen and with the bowlers. Unfortunately, that hound does pop. That's the way it goes sometimes. But anyway, starts the Lalo portion, has the hounds down, and is pushing towards that single air defense. Gets the Inferno Tower, which is the important piece there. No more tanking on that air defense, but it doesn't matter. Just tons and tons of loons at this point, and only, there we go, one defense left. One defense that really matters when it comes to loons. That is it. That is 3 stars. Spare loon sitting over here. But it is 3 stars in the bag. Nice job, Mini Batman. Let's fast forward here. It's just cleanup at this point. We are going to do one more today. That is a hit on number 7. This is Aish. Aish is a guy that was in 2.0 when I was in 2.0 for a long time. Let's check out the hit on Aish. So this is 42. He is doing, I think they call this the Frozen Witch. You can see he's got 7 free spells here. I'm going to put down some witches with some healers. And a total of 15 witches. There's a ton of witches. Working their way down from the top. You'll see that freezes get dropped on these hefty point defenses that would can have a tendency to wreck more traditional attacks. There's a freeze, and the goal here is to push this war wagon all the way through this base, and they do a great job pushing this war wagon through. Freeze. War wagon is still going. It's crazy because there is not a whole lot of life left on that war wagon, but these point defenses seem to be locking on to other things. Another freeze is going to come down here shortly. He's got 1 freeze left. There it is. War wagon is going to push through here. It's going to get to this queen. There we go. I think it might even get to this last section here. Nope. There it is. War wagon pops. Bowlers come out. Bowlers and a giant. Going to take out that last Inferno. And man, it is amazing how deep that wagon made it. But anyway, it's going to push through here. Not much for defenses left. A few point defenses. Queen has not used her ability yet. All of those healers are still up. Tons of witches, tons of skellies. This base is wrecked. Just going to push through. It is really amazing to look at the path that war wagon got through, though, right? I mean, it finally popped here as it took out the final Inferno Tower. We must have a, Tesla up there. That is it. 3 stars, nice job. Very fun war. It was fun to watch. I did not participate in this war. This was a CWL match, and 2.0 is really, really rocking it in CWL. I think they're undefeated in the CWL right now, which is pretty impressive. It was great to see KT come through the way that they did. But anyway, this is Dr. D. Take care.